Good morning. I'm really excited to do this with you guys. I am, as you probably saw in the thumbnail, I'm going to shave my face. It's called dermaplaning, so that's the bougie way to say it. There's a few different ways to do this. You've got it at home. You also have going into a salon. So I'm opting at home because the salon is quite expensive. You can range from between $100, depending on where you go, to like $250 for this one-time service that really only lasts between a week and a month. A couple of things to note before you start is myth number one, you're not gonna look like Teen Wolf like a month to 6 months down the road. That is absolutely a myth. It's a wives' tale. It is not true. I have done a lot of research for you guys. I've read up from dermatologists to doctors. I'm actually going to link a couple of really good articles that I read that I thought were excellent in explaining why that's not going to happen. If you're choosing to do this, a couple of things you want to have on hand is these fancy little razors. So as you can see, this is not a typical razor you would use on your legs or your armpits. This is like technically a straight razor is what it looks like. Now, there's lots of places to get this. You can get it at your local drugstore. You can also get these on Amazon. So I was just impatient. I didn't want to wait for Amazon. So I went to my local drugstore. I got the Silk Chic brand, and they've got even a little guard that you can use if you're going to be doing around your eyebrows. Second thing you want to have is a clean cloth. Now, why clean is important is because you're going to be wiping off your blade as you go. And if this is dirty, then you're now transferring that bacteria onto your razor, and then you're putting that razor on your face. And well, let's be real, you're probably jamming a whole bunch of stuff into your pores, and that's just not a good thing. So we've got what we need. There are a couple of techniques you can use to do this. You can do this dry, which is what I'm going to do, or you can use some kind of oil to help glide. I don't want to help glide because I actually want to keep my skin nice and tight while I'm doing it. So I feel like if I'm going to add some coconut oil or some whatever oil, it's going to make it a lot harder to tighten up the skin to be able to get a really good exfoliation, because that's what I'm doing. I'm not doing it to get rid of the hairs. I'm doing it because I want to exfoliate my skin. You will also want to consider when you're doing it. Are you doing it in the morning? Are you doing it in the evening? Pro to doing it in the evening is that you're going to put on your face serums and go to bed. If you do it in the morning though, you're now basically not putting makeup on for the whole day. It's not recommended that you go and do makeup after this procedure. You've aggravated your skin pretty good. It's now nice and clear. There's absolutely no dead skin on there. The other thing to note is when you go into the salon to have this done, they are going to shave upwards, okay? We are not going to do that at home. We are going to shave downwards. I'm also going to go through some pros and cons throughout the video here, so you guys are really educated to make this decision whether or not you want to do this. You want your blade on an angle. Oh yeah. And you want to go in feathering strokes as well. You can go over the spot about 8 times if you want, but probably not so much more than that. Whoa, cool. So I'm seeing, as you guys can see here, there's a little bit of that peach fuzz. If I did it a little harder, I'm gonna get a little bit more of that exfoliation. Yeah, I'm getting a lot of exfoliation here. Con number one, you may not want to do this if you have any kind of skin issues. So active acne, rosacea, psoriasis, eczema. Leave it to the professional if you have any of those conditions. If you choose to reuse these, which you totally can, use some alcohol on them after use, because again, you do not want to have any bacteria left on here where you are then transferring that back onto your face the next time you go to use it. Pro number one, when you're done this, you are going to have the most silky, smooth, baby skin on your face. Who wouldn't love that? Oh, so amazing. Pro number two, you put your skincare products on at night. You've spent a lot of money on your BHAs, your AHAs, all of these beautiful products that you put on your face do all these wonderful things for you. What that vellus hair does is it actually traps a lot, not all of it, of course, but it does trap quite a lot of that product in it and won't allow it to seep into the skin. So then the air just evaporates it and you've wasted some money and also some power of the product that you're putting on your face. I don't know if the camera's picking this up. There is so much skin coming off my face. This is amazing. This is probably the best exfoliation I've ever had. I stopped using the physical exfoliators. The scrubs actually can cause micro tearing. The micro tearing is something that is obviously, as it sounds, it's not good for your skin, and your skin, it's not rejuvenating the way it needs to from an exfoliating. I know the ones that I was using, it wasn't good. It was like ground up shells and stuff like that. Nothing natural that wouldn't really tear. I think the sugars are a lot better because they do exfoliate, but then they dissipate. So it's not like you're like exfoliating with something that doesn't go away once water is added. I started using BHAs, AHAs, things like that, and I have felt like my skin is definitely looking better. Actually, this thing right here, I've struggled with this for many years. This is some poor choices, actually. I used to do tanning bed. I will say, since I've started using the BHA and AHAs, this has gotten lighter and it has started to get smaller. So now that I'm not using the physical exfoliants, this is really nice because this is gonna get all the skin off, because yes, the BHA and the AHA is really helping get that glue to break down that's holding the dead skin on, but it's not necessarily gonna be all coming off when I wash my face. So this is really gonna help it along. I'm already loving this. This is a guard. So I did like this. So you stick this guy in here and it guards the rest of the blade, so you're not accidentally shaving this eyebrow off while you're working on this eyebrow. So we're gonna give this a try. We're gonna see how this works. Holy smokes, that's a lot of skin. Wow, this works really good, you guys. I'm a believer already. I've only done it like half of once. This is awesome. I'm actually really impressed. The other pro that this technique gives you is if you want an airbrushed, flawless cover up and your skin looks amazing, this is gonna do it. So when you get rid of all that hair and all the dead skin, once you go to put your makeup on, of course, after the first day, that's where you're gonna really see a huge benefit, in my opinion. I think that that is one of the other things that is high on my list of why I'm going to probably continue to do this, is because for me, when I go to get that cover up on, I feel like my dead skin sort of traps it and then it starts to look a little cakey. And this is definitely, my makeup's not gonna go on cakey at all. And of course that vellus hair isn't there, so it's not trapping your cover up. The other con would be if you don't trust yourself and you think you're gonna shave an eyebrow off. Don't do this, or just don't go anywhere near your eyebrows because that would suck. I think if my husband saw me doing this, he'd be like, what is going on in the bathroom? You are so bizarre. I didn't tell him I was doing this, but I'll tell him later I shaved my face. Wow, I am 100% sold. I will absolutely be doing this again. I got so much skin off. Tip, make sure you're really, really careful around your eyebrows. Also, do not get into this area right here. Your skin is too sensitive. You do not want to start scraping away such thin skin in there. However, like everything up here is totally fine on your eyelid, but don't come into your eyelid. I'm sure over a certain amount of time you're gonna have some techniques once you've done this. Love to hear your experiences if you've done it already or if you're planning on doing it, and if this helped you out. Thanks so much for watching, and if you guys liked my video, please subscribe, hit the bell if you don't want to miss any in the future, and I hope you guys have a wonderful week, and I will see you guys next